That means the perspective would have to change. It's not so much of their own individual capital that's making the profits only, right? But their revenue is very much tapping on their followers,
Exactly.
And but with that, just now you mentioned about the qualification or prerequisite. I suppose that you also mentioned this key point as discipline. I think running a business, we have to be very disciplined, in terms of our ROI, and in order to sustain, we need our existing clients to retain, and then we can grow more new ones through word of mouth, right? And very much the consistent part is, I suppose, is probably the managing the emotions or the psychology. What do you think? Because they have to really switch their perspective into I'm only focused on my.
Okay, you see, in fact, this social trading is something that I really think that you will suit a lot of people. Because first of all, example, let's say you are a qualified fund manager, and then you start to collect funds from the public audience. Now, if let's say your funds are $1 million, probably you are able to control yourself. But once the fund goes to 10 million, 20 million. Usually we see that the emotional control, that is where you get a little bit uptight, and then the investment you're supposed to buy but you sell instead, all these will erupt. And then when your performance is not there, then of course people will generally ask for redemption and they will leave you, right? So it can be like waste of effort. Now for social trading, it's different. You take your own account. You are only going to be accountable for your own account. There's no money taken from any people. And then what happens, you just concentrate and deliver that probably the 5 to 10% per month as a benchmark, and let the market audience take a look. Now it is incredible to say this, but I mean, teaching for 20 years, for 20 over years, it is still the same. 97% of the world trader, loses money. So if you can make 10% per month, the OACs is 97% of this entire chunk of people who will likely hear your name sometime in later stage and come and copy you. So you can imagine how big is this piece of pie here. So rather than concentrate to be the 3% that makes the rest of the world money, why don't you be the one that makes money and then let the 97% copy you instead? I think that is where you should see from the part of business.
Are you trying to say, Kel, also that probably beyond 10% could be a danger point to make resulting into possible failure, because then as we go for higher profit, there's a chance that we could also
in fact, I did
it back off.
Exactly. I did a statistics back test. I realized that traders usually perform in the first 15 days of the month.
Oh, okay.
And the resultant of this is that they can make between 10 to 15% easily. Right, I'm talking about general scale account, maybe between 5,000 to 50,000. But I noticed that once they reach that particular stage, whereby usually the market also starts to become a little bit more choppy, all right, because it's in the middle of the month, and also all the bigger data is coming out, right? So that is where the traders will tend to lose back the profits. And of course, if they don't control this, or the handbrake is not pulled up fast enough, they will lose the capital. So that is why I've been telling my traders, look, concentrate on the first 15 days of the month, and if you make that 10%, just pull the handbrake and just stop. Now you may say that, well, why should we stop when we're making money? But this is a business. A business is not about making big money every single day, then days where you don't make money, right? We talk about every month, you make a 10%. After a while later, when your statistic comes on the table, people are like, oh, this guy is pretty consistent, 10%. And that is where you let the imagination of the copiers or those people, followers, to let them think about it, what they want to do with you. I think that should be the right way. Yeah.
Actually, yes, we do see that the statistics those who aim for like 20, 30, 50% are more like gamblers, because they will be trying to have a smaller capital, and then they just depends on whether they can really strike that 30, 40, 50%.
I think that is how probably the casino will want you to do. By putting more, making more, right? This is particular rule that I always abide to, is that casino will always win until you decide to check out. That means that if you are going to be on the table and you've been winning, and I'm pretty sure the casino will want you to stay on, because as long as you are still on the table and increasing your bet, it's a probability. You will, one trade or one particular bet in this case, you will lose it back. That's my point. But if you were to make that 10% and you now walk out of this casino, which is trading in this case, right? That means that you have won. And that is what most people can't do. So that's the reason why I've been telling my traders that look and focus on it as a business. So I think there's a hell of time I have is that when I actually tell them, say, look, we're out at 10% right now, I want you to stop trading. And you trust me, Zelda. There will be many of my guys say, why? I'm on the roll right now. I'm going to make a lot of money soon. I say,
same, yeah.
That's
I
not the
also
point.
face many traders.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Say, traders don't stop trading,
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, if you later on, if you all know this, like a real textbook answer, if they would continue to trade, and unfortunately, they will lose the money. And then when they do a reflection, they will notice that this particular point whereby we tell them don't trade, shouldn't trade, is actually a common thing. And if they would have stopped there, they will be unscathed. But unfortunately, right, we have seen this long enough, many times enough, that's a problem. So I'll put it this way, as a trader, you will need a coach on the side to ensure that when you hit that point, you need to stop. Right, you really stop. And once you stop there and we do it as a form of business, whereby you use it for form of marketing, I think that is where your business will flow.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and then
I actually have 3 more questions. It's like, firstly, because you mentioned, first 15 days perhaps is the best performing period, all right, for a trader. Then are you saying, this business, like, we just need to work for the first 15 days and then the next 15 days, once we hit our target, and then let's what should we do?
no, the thing is this. I think that by business itself, right? If I'm a business owner, if my business is good, I will spend half of my time doing the business, half of my time doing marketing, sales, follow through.
That is true also. Yeah.
Talk to your customers and do some what they call updating. This is where I believe the trader can do it. Now, of course, not all traders are extroverts or they may not be able to be comfortable. But what I will say is that if you are not comfortable to talk to people, well, statements is the best. Take a statement, put in some reputable portal, and just put it there and tell, if you want to copy me, just go to this particular page and you're done. I think that will be good enough, because you can say that if you are good, people can find you. But if you are not, you are not even being known to the public, how people find you, right?
True.
Yeah. So that is how I feel.
That's
you must
true.
really treat it like a business. I think no business. There are so traditional people who say, if my business is good, my food is good, I don't need marketing. But I beg to differ, because we can see that some of the fast food restaurants in the world, they've spent millions of dollars just to make the beautiful advertisement. And when that is being rolled out, they make more money. I think that is where business is all about.
Yeah. I suppose that if you are that, since you are that 5%, as they say, not really losing money, although it's 10%, but you look at it, if they have tons of followers, thousands of followers, I think that 10% is going to balloon to a big, huge funds of followers.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah, so that business will be really worthwhile. And then you just, cipher certain percentage to make yourself known, your positioning. That would be great, huh? Then the next question I've heard you is coach. Yeah. So as a retail trader, sometimes by yourself, it may not be so easy. Even if it's a one-man operating business, it's very difficult to scale, and then we have our weaknesses. So I suppose in trading also, if we're looking into this as a trading business, right? As a trader, how do you think that the coach can come in to help?
Well, I give you the best example to explain this. You can see that in tennis matches, table tennis matches, you do see the coach very near to the player. Now, of course, the player is a world-class player, but there will be a point whereby the player's athlete will break down, and that is whereby the coach will come in to actually spot, because you're always able to see things from a different angle, right?
Yes.
Being outsider, right? So when the coach is watching the whole play, and the coach will know that where you went wrong, and that is whereby the coach says, okay, maybe you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong, or maybe cool down a little bit, or maybe like the boxing game, we do see that a lot of time during the boxing game itself, you can see that the boxer will get a lot of this so-called pep talk, right, to push the boxer to win the game. So you do need that. Now, of course, you may say, Kel, I'm a lone person, I don't have this coach, and how? Well, if you notice that you cannot perform, and because at a certain stage itself, you just cannot go past that particular barrier, then you really need to find a coach to help you. Or if not a coach, as someone that trusts what you're doing, it could be your loved one, as long as they really understand what's going on, and then let them push you to it. Because trading is actually a very lonely game. You're sitting in front of a screen, watching the market, combating with the rest of the whole world. There will be time you feel a little bit jaded. And that is when you need that someone to assist you.